Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Make Love Not War series. And right now, it's all about the African campaign, trying to push down in here and take territory. And as a matter of fact, is it only one city over here in South Africa? So all I have to do is capture this one city, and the South Africans... Oh, okay, there's a couple cities over here too. All right. Well, maybe we won't be able to do something quite that ambitious, but I am going to try and cut these guys over here off from supply. Everyone that's up in here will be cut off, and hopefully, if I ever get these guys moving, as a matter of fact, I just might force a move here. Oh. Alright, so there's absolutely no point in having troops over there. I guess that's a little bit of a problem with the border and how it's drawn. I guess what I'll do is have these guys move there. These guys move there. Actually, mountain divisions move there. Yeah, okay, that will work, I guess. And then you guys move there. And you guys got a couple divisions here that we can move. There we go. Then we have some divisions here that are going to move over here. Anyone else that's kind of doing some silly moves that we prefer did other moves? There we go. Okay, so we get those troops moving. Okay. Now we can move ahead. And we've got some resistance here, but I should have my tanks and other stuff coming through here in a second, whenever they decide to show up. But we're stuck in jungles right now, so it takes quite a while to move through. But I'm hoping this terrain is going to be more open so we can just rush through it. Ugh. I've got some good defense going here. They managed to respond to my moves. You know what? We might as well tell these guys come in here to help with the fight. But the addition of the tanks does not really change my odds here. Oh, it's gotten better. Oh, there must be a lot of divisions in here. Oh, there are indeed a lot of divisions in there. Alright, well, I guess everybody that's trying to move in here, just chill. But we should have made ground in other locations. At least I think we should have. I think some of this is issues caused by lack of supply, maybe. A bunch of divisions in here. How about they come in there? I mean, the AI should be moving, but for some reason they really aren't, so I'm getting impatient with them. I mean, maybe they eventually would, but... Okay, so we just researched something. I guess we can do the fighter bombers here. I mean, not fighter bombers, jet bombers. It's all about the air power right now. All right, and then production-wise, we're going to want to switch to the better style. Oh, you know what? This is probably older tech too, isn't it? Because we're a tactical bomber. No, I don't know if I've... Yeah, no, there it is. Tactical bomber level 3. So we're a little bit behind on production there. And then we need close air support level 3. There we go. That's better. Okay, so let's continue. You're going over that way. Oh, I guess I did have some people move in areas that they didn't need to move. Alright, well, whatever. Okay, I managed to knock these guys back. But I have a feeling that that whole thing where I was worried about getting cut off may actually happen here. Because they are responding. Am I losing some of these fights? Because the AI is doing stupid crap, I guess, is the moral we have. Okay. So these guys should be moving over here. I don't know. The river crossing is probably causing some issues with that. Wow, 15 days. Jeez. Need it to be a little bit quicker than that, especially when stuff like this happens. All right. You guys need to come in here because these guys are attacking. Or maybe it was... Alright, well... There we go. And I must have researched something else. I'll go ahead and do the air doctrines here. And we also have unfulfilled things. Poland is not giving me enough aluminum. Because of course they are. We could get more out of Hungary though, it looks like. I don't know if I want to quite do that many. We'll do that. There we go. Okay. Progress in Africa is going a little bit slower than I would like, but at least it's something. All right. With that being said, how are things over here in the plain front? So, almost full allotment of fighters. I think it's time. They're all going to go there. And then we have another group of fighters over here, which are also all going to go in there. And I'm going to have to give them missions here. So, you know what? I'm going to hold this guy. I'm kind of hesitant to have the heavy fighter involved, but I guess we will. And of course, I'm going to have to change his mission to air superiority. There we go. We've got... Should have numbers here right now, but we're going to have to keep an eye on it. Because I suspect the enemy will shift numbers in response, which they have, but we still outnumber. Now, I'm going to have a hard time paying attention to what's going on in Africa. And I don't want these guys getting cut off, honestly. So I may just call off a lot of this stuff and have them move over here so they're not going to get cut off and annihilated. At least that's the plan. Might even have them do strategic move up here, although that's pretty dangerous. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Let's turn strategic movement off. Just have them come up here so they can't get cut off and surrounded. That means that this push I made is, you know, proving pointless, but I can't pay attention to that and the air fight at the same time. And the air fight right now, to me, is more important. So we'll have to see what we get here. Now we've got bad... Ooh, there's the shift. Which means there's not... Oh, there's still tons of crap over southern England. Oh, another thing I need to do is I need to get my bombers in there. Okay, so bombers... All you guys need to get in there. I think I have another bomber group. Yeah, but I don't want the tactical bombers. Oops. I don't want the tactical bombers involved. Just the close air support. And we're going to have to give them missions. Make sure they have the appropriate missions. So we need to do these things. And hopefully this will help, because these guys will knock fighters out. As well as the ships and other things that we need to knock out. Okay, so already massive results. So we've lost 289 fighters and 24 support, but they've lost 406 fighters and 1 enemy ship bomb. So we've got a lot of encounters here with American carriers. We're knocking out American carrier fighters like crazy. Okay. So let's keep on it. Make sure we don't lose too many numbers here. Now, close air support can take the losses the fighters really can't. All right, they've lost 739 to our 475. So, again, I'm going to stick with it, but wow, look at all the fighters they have in here. Okay. Wait until the next day. All right, so we lost one of our aces. Okay, they've got almost 1,000 gone. I think we can stick in a little bit longer. Once this dips below 1,000. Okay, so we're still losing more. 641. Yeah, I mean, they're losing a ton here. Okay, so let's take a look at the combat results here. Okay, so mostly just engagements with different ships. We're knocking out torpedo planes. A lot of torpedo planes lost. Managed to take out another destroyer. All right. All right, let's keep going. As long as this is above 1,000, I think we're happy with results. Get another tick here soon. Wow, this is going like incredibly slow. I have it on 4 speed, but the hours are coming by. Probably because of all the calculations with how many fighters are being engaged here. It's taken forever. I do have some port stuff. As a matter of fact, I probably should include some ships into my fleets. Okay, and then we need the submarine fleet to include these submarines. Okay, and then let's see. I might have finished one of the ships I was trying to make. Yeah, I think I have. So I think what I'm going to do with what dockyards I have is we're going to crank out destroyers and submarines. All right, we've got some more results here. We keep attacking the same battle cruiser, it looks like, over and over and over again without much success. Okay, and let's see how the air fight has gone. We still have over 1,000, but it looks like we can only take losses one more time. But they've lost almost double what we've lost. And they're losing ships, too, so it's progress. But I think we can only keep it up for one more day. Or one more calculation. Yeah, there it is. We're done. I can't lose all my fighters, so let's just get our calculation, I mean, what we've got accomplished here out of the way. Okay, so we knocked out some more carrier-driven craft, or whatever. All right, so now we're going to need to cancel all of these. So that shows you, you know, the stick-to-itness of the close air support and kind of how useful that is. But I'm not going to throw them in there without any fighter support. I think that's suicidal. Yeah, I mean, numbers, we almost got 2 for 1. Not quite. I mean, if you consider the number of support lost as well. So, but fighter to fighter, it's almost 2 to 1. So, interesting results. And the numbers of fighters that the Allies have dipped a little bit, but it still looks like they have over 4,000 after losing almost, well, a little over 1,600. So that shows you kind of what I'm going to have to deal with, is just kind of picking away at the numbers that they've got. Which doesn't help that I am, like, severely short on resources this whole time. Okay. So as much as I did move some units down and around, it looks like it might have been an unnecessary move, but we'll see what we can do with that. Okay, so now that the air fight over there is over, I think I can pay more attention to what's going on in Africa. Who knows what this guy's up to? Let's go ahead and just strategically redeploy him down here. I honestly think that the Purple Army here is just completely and totally broken, and they're not following our orders at all. Like, whatever AI plan there is, they're just not doing it. So, I'm going to let them take the few provinces that they're currently fighting for, but then after that's done, I think I'm honestly going to have to give them new plans or something to get them moving again, because right now, they're doing jack for me. And I might have the tanks help me with that too. Once they get in here. Oh yay, Colombia's joined the Allies for some unknown reason. Yeah, we're about to beat these guys here, it looks like. Yeah. And then we've got to defend. And time's going by much quicker now that we don't have all that air combat going on and being calculated. Alright, so improved oil done, so we can get more oil set up. I'm sure there's some tech that I've missed that was important. Maybe the heavy fighter tech? I'll have to check on that. Make sure we're producing the current tech. So as far as air tech goes, I think we have everything. And we're pretty much good in engineering. Unless I want to crank up radar, which I honestly don't. So I could go with atomic research with the game plan of starting to nuke Britain if we can't get anything else going. This takes a long time, though. But, you know, we have 5 research slots. I don't think it's that big of a deal. All right, so let me take a look at production here and make sure we're producing everything current. So those are all good. I think this is current because I never advanced the tech here any more than I have. But I'm assuming heavy fighters are correct. Yeah, they are. I don't have any meaningful air experience to be able to make any upgrades, so I guess we just stick to it, but let's go into our construction tab here. And I think we need to get on building up. First off, we've got damage. So are we being bombed somewhere? It's possible we are. Like, for instance, this group here, before it took all those losses, was covering northern France, and I probably should put them back on that. So that bombers can't just freely do whatever they want. Anyway, let's go back into the construction and get some refineries built here. Now that we have it up to the next level of tech, I can go ahead and build it in some of these regions that already had maxed out refineries. And there. Good. Because, again, oil is a real problem. And one thing I want to check on is rubber. Because it's quite possible that I have a surplus here. And I want civilian factories. So that we can get building things here. Alright, so Colombia is now at war with us, which is going to make Venezuela's job all the more hard, because now Colombia is over here. And they can attack Maracaibo from several directions. And it looks like the Venezuelans have been pretty much defeated in these regions down here. So Venezuela is not long for this world. El Salvador still is hanging out on. But when it comes to Europe, I'm not really being all that threatened. So it is what it is. And then over here, they still have quite a lot of fighters in the English Channel, but that means that they're not putting them anywhere else, which is fine with me. Okay. So we're still... grab our mountain guys here. Make them push that way. Help with that. You know what? Push here. If we succeed, we cut these guys off. Which will be good. Alright, so we've got some naval stuff going on over here. Managed to take out yet another submarine. So there's not many submarines left over here. Which is good. I'm kind of getting sick of that message that we have naval combat going on. Alright. So we're starting to win here. Perfect. Okay, so we managed to take some territory here. I guess you guys can push over here. Do I have anybody actually pushing here? Oh, the Italians are pushing there. Okay, so that doesn't really concern me. All right. I think it's now time to redo the orders here for the Purple Army. So I'm going to grab them. I'm going to tell them to delete this, which in turn should delete their offensive plan. And then we'll do a front line here. So the one thing I discovered with the front line is there's no point in having it go over to the other side of this lake because you can't go from here to here. So that's probably fine. And then for the offensive line, again, we're just going to go along the outside of South Africa here because that's where we want the fight to go to. And we'll let them redeploy and all that nonsense. But most of their units should actually be close to the front this time. Okay. And I'm hoping they reroute. Right now, I'm just seeing them sitting around not doing anything, though. So that kind of pisses me off a little bit. Like, what are these guys doing? Like, there's all this line. Do it. I don't know about this whole thing, but I feel like the AI is, when I tell them to do these lines, they're not really behaving as they should. And it, you know, there goes the last submarine, so we don't get any more of those messages. And we do have resistance over here. I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, look at this. Got all these divisions here, and they're not moving. How do I make them move? It says they're on the offensive line, but they're not really, are they? Oh, well. I'll let them do whatever they're going to do and take as long as they're going to take. But it is frustrating when you're trying to get things done that they just sit there and they don't do anything. I feel like we should have taken Africa a long time ago. All right, another division showed up here. Might as well help. All right, I'll just let those guys stay where they are. And then once we move here, these guys will be cut off so we can annihilate them. But for now, I'm just going to let things go. Ooh, we got more volunteers. Perfect. And... oh, the British actually do have presence here. I guess Malta is still around. That might be something I want to do. Like, do like a paratrooper raid on Malta. That might be a good idea. Because that is probably one of the last bits of presence over here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. So I'm going to grab these guys, put them into Paris so Paris isn't undefended. And then these guys are going to strategically redeploy. We need to find them an airfield that's nearby. This is an airfield, right? That's kind of hard to tell with that unit. And then I need to rebase the transports, which are over here, into this airport. And eventually we'll be ready for that mission, I hope. We'll take on Malta. Alright, so these guys have now arrived. And they're defending. Okay. Purple Army. You're not ready. Moving troops around. Okay. Organization is terrible. Because supply is probably so low. As a matter of fact, I can take a look at that. Yeah. Supply is pretty much atrocious. But these guys can't have much better supply, to be honest with you. I'm just going to throw units over here. I don't know how good their chance of success is, but... gotta try. Oh. I forgot all about that. So there was a coup against the Netherlands. And I don't know where they are. I'm sure it's some colonial holding somewhere. How much you want to bet it's like in the Caribbean or some nonsense? Oh, that's held by the Netherlands. Where are they? This is held by the Netherlands. Okay, well, we're going to click on it. Is there a way to see where they... oh, there they are. Alright, well, I'll invite them to the faction, whatever. That's actually very interesting. So, this part of the Netherlands colonial holdings has gone along with that coup. As there was a lot of, fascist support. And hopefully that will help for the war effort. And by the way, the Japanese look like they've made a landing on the Philippines, which is great. I'm seeing negative gains, though, in the British Raj. It looks like the Chinese Empire is being squished here, which is not great news. I guess I'll go ahead. No, never mind. Okay. And they're probably already at war with the Allies here. Yeah, okay. So we don't need to call them to war. Alright, Australia has joined. And so has New Zealand. So that's the last of the Allies. Alright. I want to squeeze these guys and finish them off. Okay. Then you guys just cross this river here. And where are you up to? You're going over there. How about instead you have troops move down here. So everybody that's here goes here. And these guys will do their follow-up move over here. And then take my tanks across. Okay. Accept. Alright, so they're in the war now, although I think they already were. And let's see. Can we see their troops? So they have a whole lot of no troops. See details. Yeah, 0. Oh, I'm glad that they revolted. Such an effective coup. In any case, I think this is probably a good point to put a cut in the video. So we're going to try and wipe these units out that are over here. And I don't know if this army will ever get its crap together. I don't know why these huge, number of divisions are just sitting here. I'm going to assume that it has something to do with the supply and the lack thereof. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.